The most important investment that you will ever make in your life is not in the stock market, it's not in the real estate portfolio or any of that stuff. The most critical investment that we make is in friendship. It's the people that we surround ourselves with, because that time and that energy that you're putting in, you need to make sure that this is healthy, loving friendship based on kindness and support and nurture and mutual warm regard. So everything in your life can be thought of as either something that takes energy. So think of like the stress response or digesting food, having an orgasm. This all pulls energy, and that energy is put into chemistry in the body. You're going to digest a big meal. It takes energy to digest that food, break down those proteins. When we're living in stress, we know there's a huge contraction of the electromagnetic field surrounding the body to turn on that fight or flight nervous system, to turn on that stress response and flood the bloodstream. So everything in our life will either take energy or it will like feed our energy and feed our sense of contribution and self-worth. And friendship is one of those things that when you get friends that have your back and they believe in you and they hold space for you, and you can then hold that space for them and be that shoulder for them back, it's one of the most rewarding and beautiful transactions that we can have in this world. You know, if you've got people around you that aren't in your corner and they beat you up emotionally, psychologically, and they don't have your back, it will take its toll on you, because we're vulnerable around our friends. And when you're vulnerable, you're suggestible. And when you're suggestible, we program the subconscious mind deeply. So someone's internal jealousy of what you're doing with your life, their internal pain that they carry, and that resentment that's just bubbling beneath the surface, if they're not in control of their own naysayer and they're not taking responsibility for what they say, do, and think, then it's highly likely that they'll end up projecting it onto you, vomiting that onto you, and it can be really heartbreaking. It can be really hurtful when you've been there for a friend for a long time and you've always had their back and it's not reciprocated. Okay, so ultimately you've always got to reevaluate and look at the people in your life, because again, the most important investment you make is your group. You know, whether you've just got one or two people you associate with or 10 or 20 close friends, you've got to realize that you, as a perfect sacred expression of universal consciousness, having an experience that we call life, okay, you have a certain amount of energy each day to experience, to express, to create, to share. And if you are investing it unwisely, it will take its toll. And the hard loop that can happen here is that, and this happens in abusive relationships, we get accustomed to or conditioned neurologically and also on a cellular level into limited emotions like feeling guilty or not good enough, self-worth, shame, and we actually get addicted, literally addicted to those feelings. And so you see people stay in that abusive place because, well, the fear of leaving, and it feels familiar as well. So that's for another video, though. We can dive into that. The most important thing for you now, though, is to realize that you're worthy, you're capable, you're enough, you deserve to experience all that this life has to offer, and we all deserve that mutual warm regard that I was talking about before. It's just kindness. Like, what else is friendship built on? It's about being there for each other. So it's important that you figure out if there are people in your life that are robbing that energy, and they're not showing friendship. They're not treating you how you expect to be treated. Now, you can go speak from the heart and confide in that person, but I only recommend doing that if you know that they're awake, if you know that if they're connected to their heart, and they can hear this, they understand this, then for sure you can go and address it with them. But if you've got someone that's in their reactivity or carrying deep pain in themselves, going to challenge someone like that is often a fool's errand. And you're actually better off, as Wayne Dyer said, who I got to meet just before he passed away, about 2 weeks before. You send them love and you move on. They're not aligned with your path anymore, and that's okay. It's totally okay, because this entire universe is in constant motion, constant change. Even the most solid object, if you could look right down to its fundamental atomic level, you'd see there's no static state in this entire universe. So allow change. It's an act of self-love to say, I need to be treated how I deserve to be treated. So that's today's video, guys. It's a huge investment, and often it's like we don't want to be alone. We don't want to be lonely for a period of time, but being alone is a huge catalyst for self-growth and creativity and metamorphosis, and the new social group, the new you that gets born out of that time to be alone. I've experienced it twice now in my life. Okay, when I came out of my near-death experience, countless people that I loved so deeply and I thought were true friends didn't show that through their action, through their behavior, and I had to cannibalize myself and go out all alone and head out on this journey now that's been 14 years of research and self-discovery and creation and expression and love. And it's been the journey of a lifetime. I have met and been inspired by and been able to help and inspire thousands and thousands of people around the world because of that leap I took into the unknown. Okay, so just be aware that change is a good thing. The friction and the uncertainty builds, breeds, and opens the door to opportunity. So go for it, run with it. This is your life, this is your gift. Okay, so that's it. That's today's video. Friendship, an investment, or are you robbing yourself of energy? So that's it, DamienHorton.com. You can register for the live events and retreats that are coming up. Spotify, my music's up there, and my book, as I said, the link's below. So ebook and the video book is available as well now. So that's it. Love you guys. Sending you light and love. Peace.